Hello, my brothers and sisters in Christ. It is nice to be with you at this moment. During the month of March, our lives and that of the whole world has been turned upside down because of the pandemic known as coronavirus. Everything has been turned upside down. Our lives are just dramatically different. This is, without doubt, an historic event that all of us are experiencing together. But unlike other crises in our own history or in the history of the world itself, there is something different about this one. In the past, people were able to go to their places of worship to give prayer and supplication to God. Whereas for ourselves and all denominations, every place of worship has been closed because of the high transmission of the coronavirus itself. And so, at the request of our bishop, along with all the bishops of Florida itself, all churches and all places where there could be gatherings of 10 or more people have been closed altogether. For the sake of our safety and at the advice of doctors and scientists and politicians as well. And so, since we cannot gather together because of the wonder of modern communications, we are now able to come to you. And because of the advice of many others in our parish, especially with the cooperation of Mr. Joe Bellissimo, who is studying to be a deacon for our parish, along with his son Joey, and also with Mark Steichner, a parishioner here, we're able to put together this presentation, and hopefully it will become larger and larger as the days go by and as we get footing on how to do this live streaming with you. And so, again, we are a church, we are a people. Our faith is just not about giving our assent to truths proclaimed by the Catholic Church. We are also members of a church and of a community, and for ourselves, that is either Sacred Heart or St. Gerard's itself. And so even though we cannot be together physically, we can, through communications, we can be with each other spiritually at this moment as well. And so during the coming days, and beginning tomorrow, and beginning today, we will have our first live transmission of the sacrament of the Eucharist with yourselves. And then the diocese itself will be doing as much during Holy Week itself, and hopefully things will mushroom and grow from there. But I'd just like to just remind you of a few things. During this coming week, the Redemptorists, the group that all of us priests here belong to, are doing a live streaming of a mission in this country, and it can be found on the internet site. And so we ask that you are being availed of this opportunity, so please take advantage of it. Secondly of all, please read, keep using this internet site for all the information that we deem worthy to be presented to you along with the diocese itself. And last but not least, it's a sticky subject for myself to talk about it, but it's a necessary one. Again, please remember that we go forward on your sacrificial donations every week. So again, our internet site has been simplified, and we ask that again you use it so we can keep the mission of the church continuing, especially here in Sacred Heart, as well as St. Gerard's mission as well. Last but not least, when I was in my early 30s, I was stationed in our parish of St. Mary's in Annapolis. And 3 times a month I used to go visit the nursing homes, as we have here. And I know one thing that made the people perk up was hearing about all the news going on in the parish itself. Because in hearing it, they felt like they really belonged. And so if you will, using our internet site, we would like to have a section, if you will, called Family News, where we can share with each other all the events that are going on in the neighborhood, in your lives, in your families, and to share it with us, if you will. And this is not just events, but also, too, any information that you deem worthwhile for all of us. And last but not least, maybe we need to do this as well, to talk about our feelings, our experiences, dealing with this coronavirus in our lives. I'm sure a lot of people are anxious, and a lot of people are rightfully concerned, because as we know, our immunity systems get weaker as time goes by, and being that we are seniors here, again, this virus itself could be deadly. So again, please share with us your experiences, what we all need to, which we all share together. And so again, it's a good way to bring us all together as a parish family, spiritually, as well in a sense, communally as well. So again, I'm thankful for having this opportunity to be with you, and I pray that the Lord will continue to bless us and all our efforts to proclaim the good news, especially during this historic crisis itself in our country, in our faith, and in the world as well. God bless you all.